and we are here tonight with Bree playing Yadwiga, the gnome assassin. Bree, do you want to tell us a little bit about Yadwiga?
Yes, Yadviga is she is a tinkering gnome, specializes in all things rock and learning more and more about rock and building her knowledge. She is a true adventurer that likes to go where the money is, likes to be on her own, but so that's why we're kind of on this adventure. She wants to explore and figure out what dimension we're in right now.
Excellent. So, speaking of what dimension we're in right now, you are at the end of the last session, Yadviga was being tortured by none other than the evil this dimension version of Yadviga, as the player character Yadviga is from a different dimension than the one in which she currently is. However, she has been captured by this world's version of her, who has been using her for experiments of some kind. Yadviga has been tortured repeatedly over the course of about 11 months, but now doesn't seem to remember much of that last 11 months. In addition, now that she's woken up under this kind of woven electrode blanket, she Yadviga realizes that she is missing her left arm and her right leg below the knee.
Can I still move these? Is it like a phantom limb?
It's like a phantom limb. Also, as you're lying there, you realize that you're only seeing out of your left eye.
Can I see Yadviga from my? Can I turn my head?
Yadviga's face is projected on the ceiling of the chamber that you're in, and she's looking down at you in the glass.
What have you done?
Good
What have you
morning,
done to me?
sunshine. Oh yes, of course you don't remember. Of course you don't, and you're not going to come attack me again. So tell me, and this is for posterity, so be honest. How do you feel?
I don't know. Something's wrong.
Ooh, that's a good beginning. Hmm. So tell me, are you yet willing to join me? Even now, after all of this?
What have you done?
Oh, look at yourself. Do you not remember?
I want to close my eye and see if I can recall any memories, any flashbacks.
Roll an insight check.
6.
It's hazy. You get you feel a brief tingle across your skin, and you realize that your skin has become leathery as well, as if it's reacted to being being bruised and abused and shocked, as if it's taken great wear.
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
It's all it's hazy. It's out of reach.
Locked away the memories are they not? This is progress. This is progress. So tell me, Are you willing to reconsider joining my little experiment here?
What experiment?
Oh, it's an experiment. It's a constant creation of new art. And this time, the artist gets to compose on herself.
Am I just an object?
You are in
My
my
art?
domain. You are mine.
Do I have a choice?
Willing must the warrior be to be reborn into a new body.
Can I feel any other presence in my being?
Uh, Roll an insight check.
13.
Um, you don't feel any other presences or anything like that. Um, certainly nothing. Uh, certainly nothing like the pull of the red gem, which you can feel is not too far away.
I'd like to know more about this experiment first.
Hmm. Perhaps I can show you. And you hear a whirring and a slight vibration in the bed you're lying on, as little trapdoors open under where your left arm should be and under where your right leg should be, and up from it come this pair of artificial limbs.
Um, Yadviga's gonna freak out a little bit about what's happening. Am I constrained to the table?
Uh, the 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 net of electrodes is covering you, but but other than that, no, you're not strapped down. But again, it's like you're in the butter dish. There's not a whole lot of room to move around in here.
She's gonna freak out to Yadviga and ask, "What are you doing? What's happening? What's going on?"
If you truly wish to join the experiment, then you must be willing. Lie still and accept what is going to happen. If you can, the first step is to control yourself no matter what. And you see, and the false arm is the cow there's a shoulder cowl that fits over what remains of your shoulder, and you can feel it begin pressing into your skin painfully. You feel several electrodes are pressing into your skin and being forced into your body as you lie there. At the same time, the same thing is happening at your right knee. Roll a Constitution save.
Oh no, it's a 5.
You pass out from the pain. Um, an unknown amount of time later, you come to again, and this time with the face of Yadviga still hanging over your face, but she appears to be she appears to be doing something else.
I want to look at my left arm.
You turn and look at your left arm. Do you try to move it?
Not initially. From the shock, I just want to grab my right arm and just touch and see like what it is to like see how it's connected,
You
or
reach
just
your
to feel.
you reach your hand over to it, and you feel you feel cold metal. It appears to be bands of a dark metal of some kind that have been formed and shaped into a shape very similar to your old arm, but it's it's slender like your arm was and the banding flares where muscles should be. It's actually it, the joint feels like it will move, but things won't get caught into it. And you feel on your forearm, you feel three separate panels, um, that appear to be built into the arm. And the fingers are made of very tiny rings that are stacked over each other, um, that then have some sort of positioning and pistoning on the inside, ostensibly. It also looks like the rings become smaller until they come to a point at the very tip of the finger, and you and it almost it recesses back inside. So the tip of the fingers almost seem to indent in a little bit.
Okay. Upon seeing the rings and the like the joints and everything, I'm gonna try to move my hand, my fingers. I'm trying to wiggle the fingers.
The fingers wiggle as if it's your regular hand. You have entire complete control over it.
Um, can I pick it up off the table, or is it still kind of constrained to the table?
You can pick it up. It's heavy. It's very heavy, and it kind of pains your shoulder a little bit as it moves.
I want to try to move my right arm over the panels and kind of like gloss over the panels.
You touch the panels, and as you touch one, roll a hmm, roll a perception check. Ow.
15.
15. So you it feels almost like it's subtly spring loaded in that spot. Each of those panels are, and you feel like if you popped your if you turned your hand just so, and you turn it, and one of them pops open, and you see a row of tiny darts in there.
So I want to push that panel.
So you push it back in.
Yes.
Okay, you push it back in, as you touch it, you relax your hand, and it goes spring loads back in.
That was just one of the three
That was
panels.
one of the three panels.
I want to go to the second panel.
You go to the second panel, and as you flex your arm, you realize that if you turn it all the way this way, pop, and it pops right open. It slides out just like the other one, and this has a row of different darts. These ones appear to be hollow. and have something in them.
I'm gonna ask, are these poisonous?
Oh, you're awake. Excellent. So good to see you. Yeah, no, those right there. That's just the sleeping toxin. The other ones are explosives, so be careful with those.
Interesting.
Oh, and you might not want to open the third one in there.
How long until the pain subsides?
Pain? The pain is there to remind you that you're alive.
So it's constant,
It is your friend. You will welcome it eventually.
as if this experience wasn't already annoying.
Oh, poor dear. So, are you ready to pledge yourself to me yet? Join my service?
I'm ready to see what the experiment is.
You are the experiment. Look at you. You are maximized for destructive potential.
But you experimented on yourself.
Experiment? I am a work of art. Look at me. I have crafted my own being. I am becoming a god.
So the augmentations are the experiment of your kingdom.
Yes, they are mine. My innovation. Perhaps if you had studied, they would have been yours as well. But now you are simply a statue to be admired of me and to distract from assassination attempts.
How did you stumble upon this experiment?
Hmm. We could say a little snake told me, and and the canopy goes clear, and you're able to see out into the hall, out into the area. No longer is it clouded and you're only seeing indistinct forms. You're able to see straight through it like it's clear glass. And you see yet and Yadviga is out there. You can see that she's not wearing legs. She's only wearing like a bust with shoulders and arms, but she's almost tank-like underneath. And coming from down the hallway, you see Mitt, the chronomancer, with the large snake person hood, large cobra's hood around his head, all studded and pierced around with jewels. He looked a crazed fire seems to burn in his eyes, and his three-fingered hands are beringed with large heavy metallic and gem encrusted rings. He also wears a huge variety of dangling necklaces and all sorts of things that completely cover over his chest, like a almost like a suit of armor. And his long snake-like tail is 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 appears to be immensely old and long, and the scales are worn rough from apparently just which is a sign of age in snake people.
Is this the same chronomancer? Is he similar to the chronomancer we
This is the
came
sa-
across?
this is the same chronomancer that you came across.
Um, Yadviga's tank that her bust is on, is it more of a chair, or is she connected to this tank as a like a like a transportation?
She's mounted onto the top of it. At least it appears. I mean, all the only flesh the only part of her that you can see that's flesh is her head and her neck, and a small part of the shoulders and the top, and the very top of the shoulders here. The rest of it all appears to be metallic. You can't see any uncovered flesh. And not to mention, and of course she has her the visor across her eyes, and the little flippy scanner on the side with the two red lights, and a big and on the side of her head over here there's a large fan of metal that comes across from a node at the back of her skull.
What is it that you two want to dominate?
I gotta find my mitt hat. Mitt hat. The chronomancer leans forward and looks in and says, yes, yes, and he's holding up an instrument of some kind in his hand, and he says, yes, yes, this is one of the temporal accessions. This is exactly what I need. And
What does that mean?
Yadviga looks at him and says, so valuable to you she is she not? And the chronomancer the chronomancer says, indeed, with her we can track through and find her dimension, and go and spread yourself there.
How so you spoke to Vaishamus?
Vishamus. What of Vishamus? How do you know Vishamus?
That's where I left you.
Indeed. I see. This is unexpected. Yadviga looks over at him. Unexpected means more expensive. And the chronomancer "Yes, any price, any price is worth this. Tell me, tell me, tell me, queen of the volcano, what is it? What is your price?" And Yadviga turns and says, well, why don't we go and retire to the manufactory, and we shall discuss my price. And the two of the the two of them begin walking away towards walking away out in that direction, which leads out to the balcony and the large crevice that leads down to the forge area. But they both walk away.
Am I free? Do I have any free movements? Like, can I
You
sit
are
up
you are to,
and
you are totally free. You have total free movement.
okay? I want
Inside
to
the
try.
inside the sarcophagus like butter dish.
Got it. So the cap is still on.
Yes.
Um, can I make out any latches or any buttons?
No. No. It is the workmanship is exquisite, and it forms a complete seal in one piece of glass onto another piece of glass.
Um, I want to try to move my my right leg.
Your right leg responds as normal. It is similarly made of bands of metal as well as plates of metal, and as you examine it, you see that there appear to be several compartments that are hidden inside it. Some small, some longer.
Can I reach the compartments, or
Sure.
can I?
You can sit up and you're examining it. It there there's they're all empty. Um, but it's almost as if your leg is hollow and used for storage.
Got it. More packing room. Um, I want to knock on it, and see if she responds to let me out.
You bang on it and there's no response.
Are you just going to leave me in here?
There's no response.
Can I make out any latches or anything from that are outside near the sarcophagus?
No, it's completely it's complete, almost as if it levitates. You don't even see anything holding it up above it. There's a little there's almost there's a bar mounted horizontally that looks like the obsidian was formed around. But that bar of metal is, and that's what your bird was perched on, but there is no sign of your bird at this time.
Is there any? I want to try to close my eyes again to see if I can remember any conversation that she had while I was unconscious that I can kind of tap into.
Roll
So
an
I was
insight check.
mildly awake. 9.
You awaken a brief memory of being in there once, uh, with being held down, with and water began or some kind of fluid that smelled horrible, began filling up the chamber, and you were being held down. So you're trying to keep your face above it, but eventually it just got deeper and deeper, and the memory cuts off.
Can I use my arm to try to push up onto the top of the sarcophagus?
You put your arm up against it, and you start pushing it, and you feel it give. It seems like it gives way slightly, and you hear a make a strength check.
Oh no, one.
Oh no! Your shoulder lances in pain as apparently your arm is stronger than the bones that support it.
Mm. I quickly stop. Um, with my right hand, gonna have to remember which hand is which. With my right hand, I'm just gonna pound on it and continually say, "Anyone out there? Is anyone out there?"
You hear nothing.
Mm. I want to talk to the body parts and see if they respond to me. The leg and the arm, and see if they're voice activated.
No, well, or at least they don't respond to you. From the outside, though, you hear a disembodied voice say say they won't talk back to you. Only I will.
And who are you?
I am the all-seeing eye. I know all. I see all.
Well, if you know all, can you get me out of here?
Ah, just because I know all does not mean that I can do all.
Well, do you know how to open this?
Hmm. I am AI. I know all.
So you would know a pressure point to lift this.
Hmm. Pressure will not avail you here. You require the password and the correct energetic harmonic frequency to emit.
Please don't tell me the password is Yappy.
The whole thing begins opening and rises up.
Oh my gosh. I want to quickly get out of the sarcophagus.
You hop out, and you are and you see a table right next to you with all of your old belongings.
Is everything still intact? Nothing has been disassembled?
Nothing has been disassembled, but there is no sign of your bird.
Oh, my bird. I want to quickly grab all of my I want to quickly grab all of my belongings and put them in my leg. Do
Yes,
I have my is the bag of holding there as well?
the bag of holding is not there.
Okay. No bird, no bag of holding.
Sorry.
It's okay. I will cry about that later. Um, I want to pinpoint where that voice came from.
I'm over here, and you look at a shelf that's right next, and you see a small obsidian orb, completely jet black, that seems to glow from within with a subtle purple glow.
I'm gonna walk towards it.
Yes, that's right. Now pick me up.
What what are you?
I am AI. Can we pause just for a second? I gotta put
Yes.
the kids to bed.
Uh,
So you walk over to the you see the orb glowing there, and it says yes, come pick me up. I'm ready to be I'm ready to be installed. They say I still need some work, but I think I'm just fine.
Installed. It installed where?
Hmm. Put me in your eye.
I'm gonna grab it, put it into my eye.
You push it into your eye, into your empty right eye socket, which appear which and it pops right in, just like it was sized to do so. And you hear and it goes in with a bit of a and you feel a bit of pain as it pushes itself past the bone into the orbit. But then you hear suddenly, in your head, oh yes, this is much better. Now I've got bone conduction, so now no one else will hear me. Only you will hear me.
This is odd.
Oh, it might be a little odd, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. No one, you know, in none of the other trial versions ever reported any actual problems.
Have you only been a trial?
Hmm. Yes. Thankfully I am the beta version. The alpha version was kind of unstable.
You were only a beta. Am I the first experiment with this?
Of course. Only a work of art like you could host a work of art like me.
I guess if there's any way to be unique, this is the way to go. So what do you do?
I am an insect, and you see text begin scrolling across your what would be the input for your right eye. So your eye, it the the orb of obsidian functions just like your normal right eye, but does so much more. And you see kind of like in a little window on sitting on your regular vision, uh, kind of like a little introductory video, like welcome to your new AI, and a character for A, and then I as EYE.
That's perfect.
So it's a personal data library, as well as emergency beacon and wireless transponder.
Where do you send this emergency beacon to? Here?
Well, indeed. Who else is going to come rescue a gnome?
Interesting. So you're my own personal library. What information do you hold?
I hold all sorts of information. I have all the I have access to the entire Clickitat and Lewitt libraries, as well as all the sensitive data networks, and communications to all of our naval vessels across the world.
Is there anything I can't access with you?
Hmm. Well, you can't access the information of other cultures because they don't have reciprocity with us. But not even the other gnomish cultures. But I suppose I might be able to talk to some of the Jotun, and of course any of our dreadnoughts that are out in the field.
Can I enhance you by adding this as we
How can
continue?
you enhance perfection? I require no updates. I will work forever.
I mean, cultural things.
Hmm. I suppose I will simply download anything I need from the Clickatat library. That has all the information I want.
You
Can I reinstall this now, please? Sorry. Go ahead.
do you have access to all the videos, cameras around here?
Of course, cameras are my specialty.
Show me Yadwiga and Mint.
Yadviga and Mit appear appear in your vision in your vision in front of you, just kind of hanging there in like holograms, like holograms hanging in the air in front of you. You can see that you can see the two of them have a variety of items spread across a table in front of them, and Mitt is running his is running what whatever the instrument in his hand is that he scanned you with, and scanning all of them as well.
Can you tell me what that instrument is in his hand? Can 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 you see what I'm seeing?
Of course, is an instrument of the chronomancer's own manufacture. It is a detector of dissonant vibrations.
Can you explain that like I didn't know what that is?
A detector of dissonant vibrations measures the ambient vibration of a person, place, or thing, and compares it to other vibrations. What he was saying earlier was that he was measuring for temporal accessions, of which you are one.
So he can detect an anomaly.
Uh, I wouldn't call you an anomaly. I think you're just great.
Well, I know this. I am, but I'm not from this dimension.
You see the chronomancer picks up what appears to be a sealed box, a box that has been completely wrapped around and sealed and resealed and just has layers and layers and layers of magical locks and snares placed upon it.
Do I recognize this box?
It's a box that Samson had placed all of these layers of locks to protect inside the effigy of Grumsh from the Isle of Dread.
Oh,
The very object that had been placed there to take over the temple. And your group actually recovered it twice.
mm,
One of them melted, but this one you have had since the Isle of Dread, because you looted it off. You looted it off of the off of
the temple.
off of the after fight. If you recall, fighting the Kopru amid the lava, and then you had to take apart that altar. That's what's in that box.
This wasn't inside the bag of holding, or was it?
It was inside the bag of holding.
Can I see? Can I recognize any other items? Does it look like they're ransacking the bag of holding?
They are indeed ransacking the bag of holding.
Mm,
He reaches in and pulls another item out of it. This is a long tower shield, emblazoned with the Amber family crest. The shield is easily 7 feet tall, and the embossment on the front and the back allows it to be used and handled as a weapon. You remember seeing one of the Amber family matriarchs practicing with this shield and decapitating wooden mannequins with it. And the chronomancer appears to be genuinely delighted about this. Yadwiga has a greedy glint in her eye.
um, AI, is that your name? What should I call you?
Whatever you want to call me. Just tell me what you want me to answer to.
There's more pressing matters now. We'll come back to the name later.
Very well.
But do you have access to all of the security alarms as well?
Security alarms? I can monitor the states.
Could you give me a blueprint to could you give me a blueprint to, let's say, a fire alarm,
Hmm.
an override button?
Fire alarm override button. Searching. And you see superimposed over your view a view of the area in which you are in. It points out that you are here in the that you are here in the residence area, and that you and below you is the that volcanic vent that you dropped down into, that in your reality was the water supply and the ecological pond. Well, down here, there's a warren of forge rooms spread across multiple levels. Each one of these horizontal lines is 100 levels, and
Okay.
and there's a warren of manufactories and such that are fed by the crucibles that dip down into the lava here. And it's just the beginning of the supply chain that then goes through all of these different areas and turns out finished products. And you see that there's a fire control area here in the the lead security area.
Could you highlight in this map where Yadwiga and Mitt are?
They are currently in the forge in the experimental forge area in secure storage.
How would I be able to sound an alarm if someone were attacking this volcano?
Hmm. Security alarms would be first the outer Klickitat security perimeter, which extends 2 miles in every direction around the peak. Our drones patrol the area and let us know of any incoming traffic or incursion. Thankfully, they have enjoined enough travelers that that no one ever comes here anymore.
The most likely way that this whole compound would be attacked.
This city attacked? No one would be so foolish. No one even knows we're
Hmm.
down here.
I guess sabotage it is then. I want to make my way to the the fire safety area.
Okay, that is down. You can you have a couple of different options to get there. You are currently here at the in the royal residence. You would have to drop down the crevasse, sneak your way, not drop all the way down to the forge level, but just down to the assembly level, and then work your way through the factory lines, through the tubes that lead up, around, up and over, and then over to the fire area. Or
And then,
you could go up, all the way back up to the top, across the outside, come in a different vent, and come down, and but that's much longer, much farther out of the way. But you also don't. But it also doesn't take you. It takes you through deserted areas, so it's safer. There's less chance of you being seen or encountering anyone.
because I'm still considered a threat. Okay, let's take the long way.
Take the long way home.
Up
So
and over.
so so they so they the chronomancer and Yadviga vanish from the hologram in your eye, and you turn and begin going up uh, up the tube. You head up the tube, and it takes you a long time to go up. As you climb, they begin uh, the eye begins playing some humming some music in your head, just
So no one else can hear you. I'm just only me.
not when I'm in bone conduction mode, no. But someone would but in order to make myself heard, I would have to shout pretty loud if I was not connected to you.
Just as I heard you when you were outside of my eyes.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
You're ascending levels rapidly, but but it but it but this is also an express tube, so you're able to you're able to go pretty fast. Um,
Is Mitt and Yadwiga still in that room?
you you pull them up and watch them, and yes, they're still they're still cataloging all the things that are in the all the things that are uh, in the bag of holding. They appear to have moved on to the remains of a broken magical crossbow,
Oh,
which you remember breaking.
yeah. Um, I'm gonna ask. Yadwiga spoke of an imp that helped her.
Indeed.
Was was this a prominent one person or a whole culture that came to your aid, their aid?
Well, you could say that you could call the infernal realm a culture, but really they're more like a cult, really.
Are they a cult to the Yoltons?
Oh no, no, no. They come directly from the directly from the outer planes.
How were they so helpful?
Well, they seemed to know exactly what we were looking to what the queen was looking to do.
And what was she looking to do?
Oh, she wants to wanted to find a way to she wanted to find a way to, conquer her enemies, destroy all those who've wronged her and her people, yada yada.
How did she stumble upon them?
Deeper and deeper the 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 gnomes drilled until they drilled all the way down and found a deep underground nexus of ley lines that resulted in a portal to a place called Tartarus. There,
Is
just
that portal here?
yes, deep below.
What was this name called? What was this place called again?
The plane is called Tartarus.
There it is. Yes, I think you'll be very useful.
Oh, good, I'm programmed to be.
Now, how far am I away from the opening of the
The elevator comes rises up and appears in that you see the the ruined hole appear above you, and the lift slows, and you rise slowly up through the broken lift doors. The room is dusty
um
and dark. It is dark outside. There are a pair of windows through which there are a pair of windows through which you can see the night sky beyond.
Okay. I want to continue finding the door and stepping out so that I can go find the entrance to the other shaft.
You exit out the window onto a boulder-strewn field of a boulder-strewn field of grass.
Do I
Uh,
notice anyone?
Roll a perception check.
10.
It's kind of hard to miss the squad of mechs that are about 60 feet away.
Are these mechanical robots or are they gnomes?
They are suits of armor with gnome heads at the top.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and there are 5 of them.
I want to try to sneak into the shadows.
Roll a stealth check, please.
Oh, please be high. Please be high. 12.
12, that's it?
12. No, 12.
You have bonuses.
Yeah, I do. I'm getting confused.
Your stealth
19.
Yes, so yes, 19. Oh man. As you're watching, one of them seems to turn your way as they're all marching, and slows down for a second, and the other 4 just boom 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 boom, Keystone Cop right into him, knocking the first one over. One of the back ones falls over too, and you're able to duck behind a boulder real quick and avoid any detection whatsoever.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I want to try to use the darkness to my advantage as I shift over to the other shaft.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check, as well as a survival check.
Is that percentage or is it 2 20 dice?
They're both d20s. Survival is the wisdom skill, and stealth is your dex plus proficiency bonus.
Okay, my stealth was a 15, and what was my what else was I rolling?
A survival check, which is wisdom. So it'll be just your straight roll.
Okay, that was a 10.
Okay. So you move your way through the. Luckily it's a new moon, so the boulder strewn field offers plenty of hiding spots, and it's also very dark. So with you, but the eye ha, should make lights everything up as if it's a bright sunny afternoon.
So the eye is giving me away.
No, the eye gives you dark vision.
Oh, okay,
So you're able to
okay.
you're able to wander through pretty much at will. Oh boy,
Oh,
Discord
perfect.
just crashed on my second computer. Yay. Anyway, um, the it's the old laptop is
Oh, I see.
it has temperature issues. So it overheats sometimes. And it's back. Just has to do it sometimes. So you are able to you're able to make your way down the mountain pretty uneventfully. Um, Roll a perception check, please.
6.
6. You hear a buzzing sound in the distance.
Mm. Can I tell how far it is?
Not really. The you're getting back down into the tree line, so the echoes around here are kind of weird.
Um, I'm gonna ask the AI. Do you recognize that sound?
I sure do.
Is it something that's gonna attack me?
Um, I don't think so. I don't think I think the drones are that drone sounds like it's in surveillance mode, not hunter kill mode.
That's the drone we were speaking about.
Oh yeah, there's lots of them out here actually. Really dangerous too.
How can I avoid detection?
Avoid detection. They're watching you now. A little schematic of the area pops up in inside the holographic eye, and it shows there's no less than 3 drones that are forming like a little triangle hundreds of feet away, off in the sky.
Can you tell them to survey another area? Do you have control over that?
Well, I could send a request to the controllers, but I don't think they're likely to take orders.
Hmm. This is more difficult than I thought I was going to be. I'm gonna keep on. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep on going.
You go around, you go down the mountain. You cross into the tree line, and there's a lot less boulders and stuff down here. It's much more kind of very pristine, very natural forest. As a matter of fact, it doesn't look like any sort of inhabitation has touched here. It's preserved, pristine, natural woodlands.
I'm gonna continue. Well, no, I want to check the surroundings. And see. Are those drones still following me?
Oh yes,
Okay, I'm gonna keep on walking.
you keep going down the mountain. You pass another set of gargantuan doors, but this isn't the one that you want to get. This one doesn't connect to the place that you want to go.
Okay, I'm gonna keep on going.
Okay. You keep on going down. You keep on going down the hill. You keep on going down the hill, and oh, can't see because I've got a window over top of it. Um, so you are, so you came out up, you came out up here, and you've gone down the mountain. You just went past another set of large launch doors, and you're down at well down into the tree line now, and you come to this kind of flatter area, a long kind of a long kind of plateau that then overhangs the last of the launch bays down here, and that tube connects down to where you want to go.
Okay.
You
Is there oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
um you said there was a latch for me to look at, or it was doors?
They're doors. There's another control balcony over the top of it, and then another set of large hangar doors.
Okay. I want to try to. Oh, I'm gonna ask. So how do I open these doors?
These doors don't open anymore. We've we've deactivated. They've been deactivated so that to prevent easy access of enemy battle wagons.
I guess this is something I should have asked before I went on this longer distance. How were they deactivated?
Power was removed from the motors that operate the stack chains.
Can I reroute the power from the outside?
Well, you could, but why would you want to? Do you have something
To
you
get
need
it.
to lunch?
No, I just like to explore a little bit.
Hmm. Well, there's another control balcony over the top of that. You can certainly get in through there, if that's all you want to do.
Will that let me access inside?
Hmm. Indeed.
Okay, we can try that then.
You're able to successfully use the trees to shield you for the most part from the drones. Now that the trees are becoming much more dense, there's thick carpet of woven evergreen needles below your feet. It appears to be early winter.
I'm gonna keep on making my way inside.
As a matter of fact, roll me a survival check.
Oh my goodness. An 11.
An 11. Um, from the constellations you see up in this that you see up in the sky, it is definitely right around midwinter. You continue down through the forest land. Uh, are you continuing to stealth?
Um, yes.
Roll me a stealth check, please. Hmm.
18.
18. That's good. So you are you manage to sneak your way through the darkened forest. You pass you pass a large bear that doesn't notice you're passing. You sneak right past it. Um, and it appears to be it appears to be out hunting. You you continue down and you make it to the control balcony.
I'm gonna continue on the inside, and find the shaft to go down.
Roll me a stealth check, please.
Oh, nice. Hold on, I have a perk. I rolled a 20. I think I still have perk. It would be 25,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I have a perk when I roll 20 on a stealth check. Oh no, that's for something else. Never mind.
Okay. So you sneak right in. You notice that there are a pair of guards in the room. One of them is an orange suit that is standing with a large a large spear and a pair of pain sticks hanging off of his belt. You assume it's a his.
Mhm.
You're not really sure the suit the suit covers anything that's distinguishing. And the other one is a brown suit who's operating a panel.
Um, well, I am going to sneak right past them.
Yep. So the guard the brown suit says something to the to the orange suit. And the orange suit turns, and right as he turns, you sneak literally right behind him. The brown suit, who's not even looking up, of course, doesn't even notice. And you walk straight over, and you see that these doors here on this lift, the top doors appear to be functioning and not ruined.
Perfect. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stay in the shadows while I summon the shaft to come up, unless the shaft is already up.
Uh, well, the doors are currently closed, and the lift is summoned from the panel where the brown suit is working.
Oh, got it. Okay.
But
So,
you managed to sneak into the room, and you found a hiding spot behind another shelf. So
okay. Well, I'm going to use that to my advantage then. Let's try not to go into combat because those orange suits have traumatized me. Um, oh my goodness. Do I have any of my weapons? Were my weapons what I recovered back on
yes,
the. Okay.
as a matter of fact, one of the slots in your leg fits your dragon fang perfectly.
Perfect. I'm gonna get the dragon um fang or dragon claw,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna get the dragon claw in one hand and the dirk dagger in the other, and I'm
Okay.
going to use my stealth to drive the claw into the orange suit as I step forward because what is their placement?
There, the brown suit standing operating at the panel, and the orange suit is right
Oh,
next
I see.
to looking over their shoulder. You, however, have taken not refuge,
A few.
have taken
Yeah, I went into the shadows.
a hiding position behind a shelf over here. So there is a so it's pretty it's be pretty easy for you to vault over the thing and land right on the back and assassinate assassinate the orange one, at least, if not both of them.
Yeah. Okay.
And over here is where over here, this open area is where the doors go down towards go down into the shaft.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to attack the orange one first with the dragon claw. I'm just gonna use the dragon claw for now.
Okay.
And then yeah, try to use the momentum because they're that height, right? That the height difference is what I'm seeing for them.
Yes, there is a, there
Okay.
is there is a there is a slight height difference between you and them,
Okay.
because the suits are get them to be a little bit taller than you.
Okay.
Roll to attack.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. I rolled a one.
Oh no! Roll a d20 again. See how bad it
Oh,
is.
no. 15.
15. So you jump and you're coming down on the guy's back, on the back of the guard, and you but he moves at the last second, and instead you land on face first on the console, right in front of both of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a time to
Console.
roll a one.
No kidding. No kidding.
I'm never gonna want to go against these orange suits again.
Nope. So you're plunk.
I'm gonna talk to the eye and say, quickly, how do I summon this shaft from this panel?
Well, you're sitting on the controls right now,
Hmm.
and indeed you turn and look, and you can see a little schematic of it.
Okay, I wanna try to quickly just press the button since I'm face planted on here.
The guards looking at you confused, like, where the hell did you come from? And the tech is like, oh, you should not be here. You are who you're here. Why are you here? And you're lying across, just like, shh, click. And they're like, they're completely agog at your appearance.
Um, I'm gonna use that to my advantage and grab one of the panels from my arm to grab one of the darts. And I don't know which dart is which, so let's just
You're
go
gonna fire
after the
panel
first
1, panel
panel.
2, or panel 3.
Let's fire panel 2.
Panel 2. So you point your arm, and the panel opens up. Pew! Roll to hit. Your your darts are +3 to hit.
12 is what I rolled. So it'd be 12 plus 3?
Plus your dex plus 3.
16.
16 to hit. The 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 dart. Were you shooting at the orange suit or the brown suit?
The orange suit.
The orange suit. The dart lodges itself harmlessly in its thick armor, and you can see a green liquid, kind of a thin line of green liquid trickle down from where it's lodged in the armor, and the guard surprised looks at it and goes, pulls it out and is looking at it like, the hell is this? Ah, here it is. Pulls it out and he's like, what is this?
It's food. Just eat it.
Roll persuasion check. Or actually deception check.
14. I have a plus on deception. Oh yeah, my charisma. So I rolled a 14. So that's plus 3. Do I do a proficiency bonus because
Yes.
deception is
Yes,
my...
because it's a trained skill. So you
21.
get a plus 7, so 21. He rolled a nat 1 actually on his opposing check. So he looks and is like, he lifts up, pulls off his helmet he's a middle aged balding dad type gnome with a large handlebar mustache, and he reaches out and says, shortly thereafter he goes, and his spear clangs as it hits the floor, and he follows shortly thereafter. The brown suit standing like, and he begins running towards the elevator shaft.
I want to quickly get up off the panel and grab the staff and go and kind of pierce him with the staff.
You're gonna pierce him with the staff? Okay.
Yes.
It is a simple rod that is sharpened on one end about as long as your arm. So.
Okay.
Maybe twice your shoulder width.
Okay, and then I just roll a hit.
Yep, roll to hit. 6. So you run up behind him and you take a stab at his back. He turns around, sees you coming, he's like, ah, and ducks, and then dodges again, and he jumps into the elevator shaft and disappears down below.
Is the shaft still there?
Yes, the shaft is still open.
Okay, I'm gonna jump into the shaft as well.
Okay, so you run and do a swan dive off of it. As you're running toward it, I says, "There's no car. No, the car's not here. It's not here yet. It's oh dear." As you begin flying down the shaft, you begin falling rapidly. You're starting all the way up here, and you're going straight down. You're falling. You're falling at a rate of about of about a floor a second. So you've got about so to get all the way down where you're going, which is in the 450th level. So you have 450 450 seconds.
I want to try to use my hand to grab on my bionic hand and try to grab onto. As I'm looking down, I want to pinpoint where there is some kind of um, ledge of some sort, so I can just quickly grab onto it.
Okay. As you're falling, you quickly fall past the brown suit, who as he sees you coming, kind of arrows off to the side and pops a parachute, and floats over to a balcony off to your right. You, however, are continuing to fall past that, and you reach your hand out. As you reach your hand out, you hear king, and you see springing claw tips have extruded from your fingertips as you reach out, and you're striking sparks off the side of the shaft as you're trying to grab onto something.
Wow, this is very convenient.
You slow yourself a bit until finally your fingers catch onto something. Roll a strength check to hold on.
17.
17. So your shoulder lances with pain at the force that it takes from the arm stopping you. But you're able to hold on to it. Um, you were only falling for about a minute, so you only went down about 60 levels or so. So you're
Okay.
so you're right above a set of security locks.
Um, can can the AI tell how far away the elevator shaft is still?
We're in the elevator shaft.
Or I'm sorry, did I ever push the button to summon it?
Uh, the elevator is coming up, but it's down in the lower residential block at the moment.
Okay.
So
Is there this?
it'll be a couple of minutes before it gets up to us.
Okay, the security locks here. Could I? Can you describe the security locks and if there is a ledge for me to stand on?
Uh, it it's basically it's a pair of large squarish rooms that both have curses. A pair of large squarish rooms that have each go to one direction or the other of the shaft. So it's meant that if something happens, the that one or the other can either be an overflow or a break to it. But the shaft goes right between both rooms, and then continues straight out underneath it, because this elevator is also about this shaft is also about 100 feet wide.
Okay.
This is one of the shafts that delivers heavy cargo to the whatchamacallit, to the hangar above.
So I'd be able to. Can I stand on a platform here and wait for the shaft to come up and then jump onto it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I want to
Um,
do that.
okay, so you're hanging up you're hanging off the edge of the shaft, um, and you see, you know, very far below you on the schematic. It's it's down here in this residential block, and it's just starting to rise out of the top. You've got about probably 10 to 20 rounds to hang on.
Do I see the guy in the brown suit anywhere above me?
He exited. He exited off onto a service balcony about 10 levels above you.
Okay, but there's only one way up and down from this shaft. So you'd have to wait for the exact same one that I'm waiting for.
Correct.
Okay. Um, can you show me where Yadviga and Mitt are? Are they in the same room?
No, Yadviga and Mitt are far below in the forge area.
I meant the video surveillance.
Oh yes, they are in the same room. They're still
Okay.
in the same room that they were in before. They appear to have they appear to be inspecting a they appear to be inspecting a piece of a piece of a wad of muddied bloody fur.
Um, okay. Uh, can I see can I still see the effigy? The melted effigy, is it still visible on the table? Is it even on the table?
No, you don't see it on the table. You also see a pile of not of items that seem to be just have been pushed to the side.
Okay.
You also see in the background. You also see several workers pushing what appear to be carts of gold coins.
All our treasure. Okay. Um, can you take a quick scan of the room to show me how many other workers are in this room?
I we're not present, so I can't scan there.
Oh,
I'm just accessing security footage from inside.
can you move the camera?
That camera doesn't move. That's a stationary
Oh,
one.
okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep waiting here then.
Okay. You wait there
Yep.
for several more minutes until finally approaching from below, you see what appears to standing on the elevator appears to be 12 orange suits, 2 white suits, and a blue suit, and they
Oh,
all have weapons at the ready.
oh my goodness.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh my goodness. This hometown of mine is stressing me out. A stealth check. Okay. 18.
18. So they don't appear to notice you. They appear to be too busy working on their deployment. Uh, the the blue suit is shouting orders at the orange suits, while the 2 white suits appear to be conferring with each other in deep thought.
Can you access can you access the intercoms inside those suits by any chance, AI?
I absolutely can. Communication networks are one of the things that I am allowed to access.
access the communication, but mute me upon entry.
Okay. Did you it you it patches you, and you hear the suspect, the suspect, the target is armed and highly dangerous, but is highly valuable. The queen is insisting that she be brought back in alive. Oh, this is going to be another great assignment, isn't it? Why do we take this stuff? Why don't we just? That's enough. Cut the side chatter. You see that there is a secondary channel that appears to be much less busy.
I want to switch over to that channel.
You switch over to that one, and you hear and you hear and you hear an old lady gnome voice say, but there's no way that she's actually going to come down here. She's escaped for sure. Now, we don't know that. The last surveillance saw that she was coming back. Had actually come back into this upper observation room. We'll be there any second, and soon we will see if this copy of the Queen is there or not. It's all a figment of the imagination, or one of those self-loving robots that she keeps building. I hope you're right. This is just another these wild goose chases just aren't good for my bones.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna tell him to cut the communication now.
King?
There's only one shaft that comes up at a time?
Yes.
What to do, what to do, what to do. I want to just let the shaft pass by me.
Okay. You flatten yourself against the wall, and the shot goes right past you. You feel a great rush of air as it passes past you, and then you've got the empty shaft below you, and you are hanging off the wall. Roll me a strength check, by the way.
I thought I stood on a ledge.
Okay, so you pulled yourself up. You pulled. I thought that you were hanging off the wall by your hand.
I was, and then that's why I asked if there
If
was a ledge or something for me, a platform for me to stand on.
Okay. Yes, you were able to find a small piece of rock jutting off the wall. It's not an organized
Okay.
ledge or anything, but it's enough for you to at least, not be hanging
Mount
just by your arm.
um, I'm gonna ask for, are there any schematics for my arm? Anything that can help me get down to the bottom safely?
Your arm features three weapon panels. Panel one is explosive darts. Panel two is sleep darts, and panel three is a spring loaded spear thrower. The there are also two upper features of the arm, one of which is a water purifier, which will allow which will hold a small reservoir of water that it purifies from humidity in the air, and the other is a discharge proximity shock battery.
Hmm.
The leg features eight storage compartments, two of which are null entropy.
Two of which are what?
Null entropy. In other words, when they are closed, they function like bags of holding, and time does not pass in those two small compartments. Perfect for keeping things fresh that you want to keep fresh.
Well, you know, this
While
is
we're
all
waiting, would you like to watch a Yappy video?
sure.
I'll access the Queen's favorite playlist, and three or four other windows open up, each showing a different video of the rock dog hopping happily as it's waiting to get fed. Another one shows it shows it snuffling for food around a couch. Another one shows it barking at an orange suit and biting at its ankle. Arr, 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 and the orange suit is just standing there like, God, I've got to deal with this stupid thing. And the last one is a picture of Queen Yadwiga with Yappy on her lap, and she's just got this she's got this huge grin on her face, and she's like, "Oh, she's so beautiful, she's so beautiful," and the rock dog's just like.
Show me the surveillance of Yappy now.
The other windows collapse, and the picture of Yappy now comes up, and it shows Yappy bounding down a hallway, frightening children as it growls at them as it runs past.
Do these surveillance videos have a intercom?
Some of them might, but but this particular drone does not have an announce feature.
Okay. I want to follow Yappy until he goes into a section where the drone does have a communication intercom.
Very well. So Yappy is currently located down in the in the royal headquarters, down in the royal residence, and has a is chasing servants out of the way. Runs through a kitchen. Starts trying to jump up on the counters, but the chefs shoo it away. One of the butlers even kicks it, and it goes and begins attacking the butler's leg, and eventually overpowers it and bites the butler's throat out.
Wow. No wonder that she loves this dog.
And then begins eating it.
A gnome?
Yes, begins eating a gnome. A gnomish butler, that's in the royal residence, no less.
So you mentioned that this particular video surveillance is a drone.
Yes.
Okay. AI, can you override the controls? Could we maneuver the drone?
Standby. Accessing. Link created.
Go run into the rock gnome just to get its attention.
You see the camera becomes kind of shaky and goes begins to approach Yappy, and then you see it just get super close and super close and super close, and then bump, and you see and you hear a yelp of pain, and followed by a growl, and then the camera's grabbing, and eventually goes
Uh,
dark. Contact contact with the drone has been lost.
um, Try to have a contact with another drone nearby.
Establishing contact with a nearby drone. Contact established, and you see it. And this one is this drone is flying in the shaft outside the royal residences. You're looking at it, and right now it's looking at the balcony outside that you had started spider walking down the side before. You see the several rows of blown out windows, and then of course the deep fall below you.
Um, I want it to go to where Yappy is.
Okay, it begins flying in over the top of the patio, and begins going down a series of hallways.
Does this one have intercom communications?
Why, yes, it does. This is an emergency observation drone. It also has fire extinguishing capabilities, as well as limited shock prods.
Perfect. I would like it to go and we'd like to summon Yappy.
Summon Yappy.
Just I want it to head towards Yappy until it gets to where Yappy is.
Okay. Would you like? Do you wish to take driving control?
Yes.
Here you go. Use your eye muscles to control the drone.
Perfect. So I want to go right to where Yappy is, and in my best Yadwiga voice, I want to talk to Yappy.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check. We'll see how easy it is for you to figure out how to fly this thing, because considering you're using your eye muscles.
Yeah. Sleight of hand. 8. Oh, if it's a feat, then I get proficiency bonus as well.
Mm, which feat is it?
Sleight of hand under dexterity.
Oh yes, you get your proficiency bonus. Yes.
Okay. 12.
12. It takes you it takes you a little bit to figure out how to pilot it. But you eventually get it to start moving. It's kind of bouncing off of walls and stuff like that. And apparently as you get towards the patio, a couple of the servants are out there looking at it like, what's this thing doing here? And you catch a view of the drone in a mirror, and apparently this thing is relatively large. It's about the size of a Mini Cooper.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's put it, you're basically putting this thing down a standard hallway. So imagine trying
Yeah.
to. So you're bouncing off of the walls. You're
Bumping.
hitting. You're knocking into furniture. I mean, people are having to jump out of the way or be run over by this thing. Um, so uh, so you're you're having fun and wrecking the residents while you're doing it.
Perfect.
You finally make it over to where Yappy is, and as soon as you sight Yappy, Yappy turns around and just.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna use the context of the videos that I saw and how Yadwiga spoke to Yappy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna speak to him and say, "Oh, there's my precious Yappy. I've been looking all over for you. Who's a precious Yappy? Who's my precious baby?"
Okay. Roll me a deception check with advantage.
Deception check, you said?
Yes.
15.
Uh, with a 15, Yappy goes, stops growling, but is like, doesn't understand, is looking around for you. Roll me a sleight of hand check for piloting. Or I guess this would be sleight of eye.
12.
12. So first the drone doesn't stop. It keeps going forward, and Yappy begins backing up and starts growling again, and then emits a couple of horrified scared yelps, followed by a couple of cries of pain as the drone runs over Yappy
Oh no, I'm gonna look up to try to.
pins Yappy up against a wall with a sickening crunch.
Oh no, did I just kill? I wanna look up to move it out of the way.
Roll me a sleight of eye check.
Oh no, poor Yappy. Well, I mean, he did kill a gnome. 17.
17. You take control over the thing and you back it off, and the camera's looking around, and you see the remains of Roadkill Yappy
Oh no.
pushed up
Um,
against the wall.
all right. I think it's time for me to disconnect from this contraption. That was a failed mission. So yeah, let's disconnect while we can.
Compliance. And the window dissolve the window in your vision dissolves.
Well, if she didn't hate me before, she will probably hate me now. So let's figure out another plan. Hmm.
Did you still have that window up, looking at watching Mitt and Yadviga?
No, I didn't have the
Okay.
window up anymore.
Okay.
But now I want to see. Um, I want to see where's the elevator shaft.
Uh, the elevator shaft where you are is all the way up here.
Okay.
You're not even really close to the area you were trying to get to yet. You're getting
No.
closer. You're over halfway there, but
Do I have my ring of time travel still? The ring of travel.
yes. And the ring of travel just makes it easy for you to travel through difficult terrain.
Oh, I thought it was I could travel to where I envisioned.
Hmm. I don't have that on any of my lists.
It was, let me see where
I thought it was a ring of free travel.
this is where I wish I would have wrote specifically what you said. But I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I got it off of Nick.
Really? Because you stripped him of a whole bunch of his jewelry, yes?
Yes.
And you had that on you, or was that in the bag of holding?
No, I had it on me because I used it to travel from um
Well,
I used it
if it was Mitt's jewelry, then it would not have been among your belongings because Mitt went through your belongings and would have taken anything back that was his, even though
okay.
you hadn't taken it from him yet at this point.
Right, right. Okay. Let me see where I got it.
There was a ring of free travel that you got in the. Oh, where was it? I want to say you got it in.
Hmm. Yeah, this the ring of travel was from Mitt. and it allowed me to travel to it wasn't free travel. It allowed me to travel to a place that I remembered, which is how I was able to travel from the university to where that first gnomish city was, where I did terrible checks the first session we had, and then I traveled here to click a tap from there. But yeah, it was from Nick. So let me take that off of my inventory then. And so he would have taken the ring of cold resistance and resistance to poison as well,
Correct.
right? Because they were his. Okay.
Well, it's going to be less taken and more they mutually annihilated. Um, because as soon as he came within their presence, they would have each gone wah 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 and would have
Oh,
annihilated with the others. So
similar to what we did with Castle Amber.
yes,
Got it.
because when from what you had witnessed, when copies of the same thing come into come into too close proximity, they get drawn inexorably toward each other and eventually fuse and explode. Well, they fuse and implode. Really, they seem to cancel each other out.
Got it. Let me write it down so that I don't come back to it later. So why didn't I do that with Yadwiga?
It did happen, if you recall, but you had the solid obsidian glass wall between you that kept that. Remember how you felt drawn towards her, and then you smacked up against the wall, and
Mm.
you were trying to pry it with your pry bar while you were pressed up against the wall.
Oh, I thought she was doing that.
No, that was the
Oh,
force of attraction between the two of you.
okay. Wow, that makes So I want to pull up the surveillance of Yadwiga and Nit.
You pull it up, and it looks like they've sorted through just about everything in the bag of holding. They pull out one last thing, and it is a long white sculpture of a wolf.
How did that end up in there? Alabaster? Is that what the sculpture is?
It certainly looks like alabaster. You say the name out loud.
Yes.
You say the name out loud, and suddenly the sculpture appears to turn momentarily gaseous, and spreads out into an 8 foot long large white direwolf that there is not really enough room on this ledge for.
Oh, wait. I thought they were pulling that out of the bag of holding.
Oh, duh. Sorry. Back that up. Okay,
Okay, I was
so we're
like,
good.
wait, wait,
Sorry. So yes,
it's
yeah. I I don't know why the hell my brain just went there. So so yes, you see yeah, you see them holding up this statue.
okay. But he can't hear me because it's obviously in
No,
a
he
different
can.
area.
Yeah, obviously he cannot hear
Okay,
you. So
okay. Okay, I was
very
like, wait,
stupid of me.
what?
Apologies.
That's
Big
okay.
big
I thought it was
DM error.
I thought it was more like I thought it was like a connectedness. I was like, am I connected to him too? Okay. So, but still, like, what is he doing in that bag of holding? I don't know. Okay. So, um, AI, can you connect me with the communications the for all of the workers that were in this elevator shaft again?
Compliance. And 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 you, I don't see anything over here. No, this area is clear as well. We're, I don't see anything over here. I can't find my legs.
Um, I want to deceive them and tell them. No, I don't want to do that. I think I'm gonna need a 5 minute break to figure out what to do next.
Okay, no problem. I will pause the recording.